Hello? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Hi, Chovy. Welcome in, welcome in. Nice to see you here again. Okay, let's get started with trading in our fish for the night. We got a pretty decent haul. I'm expecting maybe close to 2 bill worth of fish, potentially. We'll see how the traders are, if they're generous or not. We did get a lot of the orange fish. No megaloos though, but these yellow corvinas should be quite a bit of money. So let's go over to Land of Morning Light. Hi, Cossacks! Welcome in, welcome in. We're just about to trade our fishing haul for the night. I usually fish between 12 to 14 hours. Let's see how we did. How are you doing this Friday afternoon? FRIYAY. Decided to ditch the pay-to-win rod. Oh. Which rod are you using now? Or are you just not doing fishing anymore? Balanos. Oh, any specific reason? Have you found it, like, better for what you're doing? This one looks like it's below 90%. Let's check on Jungle Street. Ooh, we got some origins. Let's set some min buy orders up. It was odd. I made like 1/3 to half of what I normally make. Ran that rod for a week. The pay to win rod? You made less money? Really? That is very odd. What kind of numbers are you seeing? And also, where are you fishing as well? It raises the chances for blue and green fish. The pay to win rod? Are you throwing... There's a setting you can do to throw away anything below blue. That's what I do. Cossacks. So with the pay to win rod, so you throw everything below blue, and I keep everything yellow and up. So if you're like filling up on inventory, I don't know if that's causing you to make less money. Okay, here's pretty decent. Let's see how much we make here. 1.5. There we go. What kind of numbers are you seeing with the rod compared to the pay to win, like numbers wise? Because Hakobin and Velia are like very common spots. Hi, Butters. Welcome in. Raise the chances of getting those versus the others. Like the pay to win rod? Yeah, that's Interesting to see that you're making less money with it. That's why I'm just like asking, what is your setup? Because maybe there's a difference in our setup. Because with the pay to win rod, I always make more money than if I was to use my Balanos rod. That's why when I don't have the pay to win rod, I usually just horse train instead of Balanos rod. Because I do have a Balanos rod too. Did I finish the weekly in this one? Recurring? I did finish the weekly. Yeah. Let's go back to Tenebrom. Overnight, I was making about $1 billion on average if I didn't get prize fish with the Belinus rod, with pay to win rod 500 to 600 mil. Really? That is very odd that you're making half as much with the pay to win rod. Extremely odd. Don't know if I was just bugged. Is your inventory filled? They said that they were throwing away blue and under, so I don't think their inventory should be filling up. The only thing I can think of is maybe you just got unlucky with your pay to win rod and you got really lucky with your Balanos rod. That's the only thing I could think of. But you said you did it over a week, so that kind of tells me that, you know, that's like a bigger pool, right? A pool of data that you're consistently making more with the Balanos rods. That's very odd. It's barely filling the pay to win rod. Really? How many hours are you fishing? Because the pay to win rod should catch more fish on general than the Balanos, because it's a triple float, so it will catch like up to 3 fish potentially. Yeah. Hi Skinny, welcome in, welcome in. We're just about to get started with the grind. Close to double money. Yeah, Coolsax was mentioning that they make like half as much with the dreamy fishing rods. So that's very odd. Very, very odd. Okay, let's do this. How is our total here? Oh, let's get a house buff. Are you gonna play Monster Hunter later? Yeah, I was thinking like later tonight, Butters. When are you like free, Butters? Like what time is good for you? Past 5, you're good. Okay, okay. You think? Okay, then maybe we start around like 6. This is a PDT, right? PDT. Maybe we start like 6 or 7. Go pop. Okay. And then we pop elixirs, and then we should be at the cap. Okay. Pop this. There we go. If my fishing luck continues like this, I'll swap to training. Yeah, that's very odd that you're making half as much money with the Dreamy Rod than your Balanos. Very, very odd. Making out alive. Maybe that's what's impacting for me. Oh, the event fish? Maybe they could be taking up slots from your fishing haul. Potentially. Get out alive. The monster in your head and then you'll fly, fly. I haven't cashed this in. So far it's about 2.5 bill worth of fish. Okay, okay. Make it out alive. Get the monster in your head and then you'll... Oh, have you guys seen the new outfit that they had teased? New outfit, new outfit. I think we should get it next week. Let's get the devil one. Yeah, here, let me show you guys. Real, real wild. Set the world on fire. Rules and hearts and twos. Here it is. It's a little bit low quality. But it is... looks really cool with the wings. I think this is our second outfit with wings. No, there's some outfits with wings too. Yeah, the devil wings definitely look really cool. The angel wings, they're very like generic. It's just feathers. Sauce. That's how I planned it. All when I saw. Depends on if they are animated or not. Ooh, that'd be really cool if they like flap their wings. Can't wait for that. Even if it's just moving like the capes. Yeah, because I did notice that the previous wings, like Kibelius, they just kind of, they're like stiff. They're very stiff. They don't move. There was no physics. But that is one of the oldest outfits in the game, the Kibelius outfits. I think that has been around since like 2017, 2018 or something. It's been a hot minute. They do have a back slot now. Cool sacks. So I'm like wondering with this one, accessory back. They added this specifically for the Papu and otters. And so I'm like wondering if they're going to add more of that kind of stuff. So it could be like more customizable, you know? I feel like technically I should be wearing the Papu backpack because it does give durability resistance, you know? So that might help out with just like make me not need to repair as much, you know? Also, good luck charm. Good luck Papu, you know? Could be a good luck Papu. Good luck for drops. Hey Jay, want to hear a bad joke? Sure. What is your bad joke? Did you know the Roman Empire was cut in half by a pair of Caesars? Okay. Thank you. That was a bad joke, Drake. Do you think about the Roman Empire a lot, by chance? There is this stupid TikTok going around a while back about how guys are always thinking about the Roman Empire. Like the girlfriends would ask their boyfriends, how often do they think about the Roman Empire? And more often than not, they would say like every day, or like very often, for whatever reason. I don't know why. Either. I saw that, and yeah, I do. I'm a history nerd, so that's part of the parcel. I see. So you do think about the. Good to know. Good to. That's a good reason. It's because you're, you know, interested about history. Okay, let's go grab a Papu. Let's go grab a good luck Papu. Otter? You know, maybe we bring the good luck otter. Good luck otter. Does this give durability reduction? It does not. It's only the fishing one. Do you not see it when it's Oh, you don't see it when in combat? Oh, that kind of stinks. Ever heard of Centuri-chan, artist who makes manga-esque art of historical figures? I have not. I've not. Plenty of it more on the mature side. Ooh. I see, I see. So that's why you're interested in history. I feel like I should use some BSR crystals here. Because I'm like very over the cap. Might as well get like at least one. Just to preserve against overcapness. Let's do that. Maybe two. My history nerdness has always been there. My love of anime history led me to Century-chan. Oh. Yeah, I've never heard of Centauri-chan myself. Are they like a really popular artist? Very popular? Or would you say like more niche? Like you wouldn't know about Centauri-chan if you just, you know, just like not naturally. Like let's say I'm doom scrolling. Would I meet Centauri-chan? Would I experience their content if I'm like just doom scrolling? To be honest, a lot of my like current events, I have to be honest, but the majority of my current events that I know about the world is thanks to doom scrolling. If it's not on my doom scrolling feed, then I probably don't know about it. Twitter, I don't use Twitter very much. I'm not very much of a Twitter user. I try my best to like get more into Twitter, just like post like my videos and stuff, but I don't really like do Twitter very much, if that makes sense. I'm mostly using Twitter just to like, you know, say that, hey, I'm online. Come say hi, you know? But I don't really like interact with Twitter users very much. Maybe that's for the best, you know? Because I have heard a lot of stuff about Twitter. Just like how Twitter is like just mad at everything. Like if there's something to be mad about it, Twitter's probably mad about it, you know? Here we are, don't turn away. Are the warriors that built this town. Are the warriors that built this town. From dust. I've banked to 80k Agris and still won't get back to grinding until tomorrow, just in time to be capped. Ooh. I kind of wish there was a way to like bottle up your Agris. Like, let's say you're not using it. You're not much of a grinder. Because sometimes there are times where I can't log in as well. And I can't grind. And it'd be nice to just be able to bottle it up. Like energy. Is Agris for gathering? You can use Agris for gathering. But more so talking about those moments where you just can't play at all. You can't grind, you can't gather. And then I just get capped. That happens more often than not to me, for whatever reason. Hi Brenos, welcome in, welcome in. Where's the best place to AFK fish? I think there's a fishing event going on. I'm going to start AFK fishing while asleep, but I don't know where to plant my character at. The go-to spot for most newer players is Velia Beach, Aru. So, what kind of setup do you have, Aru, for your fishing? Do you have like a Balanos fishing rod? Do you have the Dreamy fishing rod? And do you have like any life skilling set up too? If you don't have too much life skilling set up, usually the go-to for low mastery is Velia Beach as well. It's just a very solid spot. And also, there's a bit of strategy in selling your fish as well. Is you would take the well to Land of Morning Light, because there is a bonus for how far you sell your trade items, including fish. So you want to be selling it at Land of Morning Light Part 2. That's usually the farthest. And also check the traders to how much they're buying it for. If too many people are selling it at that specific trader, it goes down to like 80%. They'll buy it at 80% of the value, and you want them to be buying it at over 100% ideally. And a good way to find a trader that sells it for over 100% is just switch channels. Like, go to the farthest trader you can and just like swap channels until you find a trader that's willing to buy it for a decent price. And that could maximize how much you're making. Especially if you get one of those prize fish. The prize fish can be worth quite a bit. So in Velia Beach, the prize fish commonly there is called a silver belt fish, and it sells for 80 million silver, which, you know, if you usually you can get multiple of it overnight, like maybe like 2 or 3, and that multiplies heavily. So to put in perspective, your 80 mil fish could potentially be worth like 4 times more, potentially, depending on how much they buy the fish for it and the distance, could be able to like 4 or 5 times more. A good example was actually a couple days ago, Aru. 2 days ago, I got a migaloo, and I sold my whole fishing haul for about 5 bill. And I was checking other traders. Some traders were buying it at 4.2 bill, 4.6 bill, and I finally found a channel that they were buying migaloos at like max price, which is 130%. And so I was able to sell my whole fishing haul for about 5 bill. So I can, I maximized it by another 800 mil if by just like switching channels a bit. Unfortunately, megaloos are only caught at certain spots. It's one of the more popular ones to acquire. There is another prize fish that I have not tested yet. Maybe Kondo has tested it. Kondo, have you done any fishing potentially at Lake Flondor? Because I remember that they had improved the fishing rate for the pink dolphin like a lot, by like 4 or 5 times. And so it should be much more common than before. I don't know if you've done much Lake Flondor fishing. Oh, you just did one night? Because that's also one of the biggest catches as well, the pink dolphin. Some beach area, Velia Beach. Velia Beach is located right here. You'll see a ton of people fishing here. Just west of the town. You can't miss it. How high is your fishing? Because ideally you would want to throw away anything blue and under so that your inventory doesn't get filled up. Do you happen to have the fish tank by chance, Aru? You have the fish tank? If not, you'll have to do the Sea Palace questline, I believe, to acquire it. Something to do with the Sea Palace. The problem with Flondor is that if you don't get the prize fish, you make stuff all. You make stuff all? Like, you don't make any money? Is that what you mean? Fair enough, yeah. I mean, with Tigris, I didn't get any megaloos on Tigris. I still made 1.5 bill today. We just traded in our fish like 15 minutes ago. My current fishing is Master 14. Okay, that's a decent start, yeah. You just finished... Oh, let's go! The fish tank. Do you have the Dreamy rod by chance? It is pay to win. Unfortunately, you have to buy it with the coins, the A coins. But that will maximize your fish output. At least for me. Apparently for Cool Sacks it makes worse money. I don't know why. But at least for me, my Dreamy fishing rod always makes more money than my Balanos fishing rod. You got the Grampacron? Oh! Okay, okay. Do you know how to maximize your usage of it, Aru? Like durability? Because you want to run as much durability reduction as possible, which is 91%. And brand it as well. You want to brand it, have maximum durability resistance, and if you can, save it until like higher guru levels. The maximum guru level, I believe, for durability is guru 20, right? And so you can make it last a very long time if you have that complete setup. So if you can wait until you get a full setup with it before you use your Grappercron fishing rod, that would be ideal. I want to start AFE fishing, go to work and while I sleep so I can make some. Yeah, then I would maybe advise just doing Balanos fishing rod for now until you can figure out a good setup with your Grappercron fishing rod so that you can maximize it. Because you really, like, I did not maximize it. My Grappa rod fishing rod ran out in like 3 months because I did not maximize max durability resistance. Because I was thinking, oh, they're just probably going to make another, right? And they didn't. So I wasted my rod. And so I could have made it last like much longer, maybe like 9 months longer if I just had the proper setup. But mine lasted like 3 months and then it went into the dust. It gamaged. The Dreamy Rod lasts 30 days, so if I don't use it now, can I use it another time? It's 30 days from when you buy it. Scandier. So if you bought it today, it will expire in 30 days from today. It's not like 30 days of usage, it's 30 days since you bought it. So you want to use it as much as possible if you buy it right now. My grip is getting farmed by Prince. What are you having the most trouble on, Brenos? Is it just like the jumping mechanics, the timing? Which phase are you getting to? Sucks. Yeah. It does suck they made it 30 days, unfortunately. Giants, giants. Sippin' giants. Sippin' giants. Giants, giants, giants. Oh, another thing, Aro, is I would advise having a fishing alt below 50. Since if you do get PvP'd, your fish does explode. And so I have seen a clip of a streamer, DeJules. He caught a Migaloo, right? The 5-bill fish that I was just telling you about. Well, it's not like 5-bill, but someone had PvP'd him on the way to this well. Like he mapped back to Sandgrain Bazaar and was running to the well, and he got PvP'd on the way to the well, and his Migaloo exploded. And so, just in case someone tries to PvP you, you might want to do it on a below 50 character, even if you're at Velia Beach, right? Even on the way to potentially the well in in what's that farm? Finto farm. Where is it? This one, Bartali farm. People can still on the way kill you. There is a non-safe zone in between, and so just to literally make it zero chance of somebody griefing you, just use it a level 49 alt. I know it's like annoying to have people like that in video who still grief, but it is just prevent yourself from getting griefed by like, I don't want to like be, what's the word for it, like blaming, like, oh, I don't want to say like, oh, it's your fault for not using a 49 alt, right? That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying it's better to be safe than sorry. Same thing with like horse training too. I don't know if you've done horse training. People will knock you off your horse if they see you in a non-safe zone. I don't think it happens very often these days, but it still can happen. And if you just do it on a 49 alt, then you don't have to worry about anything. Another benefit to doing it on a 49 alt for horse training specifically is horse buffs. You don't have to like waste horse buffs. Let's say you do horse training on your main, right? And you pop a bunch of horse buffs, then when you grind on your main, you're kind of like wasting the horse buffs or whatever. Hello, is Zekiatoros not worth even with Agris money per hour wise? I can actually check for you in a second here, Luna. One sec. Let me just kill this pack here. I haven't checked up on Turos in a while, so I'm also curious too. Let me just kill this pack here. Uno momento. Okay, let's go here. And go to the global grind. Okay, so it says here, according to Garmoth, Dekiaturos is... Hold on, let me search it up. Turos. Control F. Turos. Wait, Tunkura. It's called Tunkura. So it says here, Tunkura is making about 877 million silver per hour. So it doesn't seem very good. doesn't seem very good. I don't have Garmoth Plus, like the what do you call it? The subscription for Garmoth, so I can't add the appropriate drop rate to see the actual numbers. But what you can do is just check here to see like its ranking, if that makes sense, right? Ranking meaning, oh, like Thornwood Forest, it makes more money than Takura or something like that, or Ash Forest makes more money than Takura, right? So there you go. It makes less money than a lot of the Dekia spots, so I would probably not go here. There's only like 800 hours too, compared to all the other hours here logged over. Oh, hi Raz. We still planning to play MA? Yeah, sometime later tonight, maybe in like 2-ish hours, we might start up on Monster Hunter. We'll start it up. The jumping add rotation cross. Oh, do you mean like the arrows that go in that shoot in like a pentagram motion, and it goes like clockwise, Brenos? So the trick with that is rhythm, Brenos. I find that understanding the rhythm of when that pops helps a lot. It's easier to rotate along with it the closer you are to the center because it's a cone, right? In between the arrows. And it's easier to rotate across a cone, right? If you are near the origination point of the cone, it's easier to like run with it. If you are running with the cone on the outside, the arrows will move a lot more, right? And so try to stay closer to the center when you are following along with it. Don't try to be on the edge. Additionally, it's a good habit to be kiting prints along a certain circumference point, because in the last phase, the moon effect that keeps happening, that puts you in the air, it will constantly go off in the last phase very often, like literally every 5 seconds. You're gonna have a moon bounce effect, right? That will bounce you into the air. And it's really important that you kite prints along the middle point of the inner and outer circle of it. So imagine this this is like the arena, right? And so the inner point, imagine the inner point is like this part and the outer point is this part. And so you want to kite prints like over like here, right in the middle of the two circles that would do the thing, you know? Hi ho, you princess, welcome in, welcome in. We are just doing some Tenebrom. And then in a couple hours here we'll play some Monster Hunter. I just want to get my daily quota in. Maybe we'll do a deck tap. We've finally kind of been able to, because of our fails, we've been able to save our money from stacks, because the majority of our income has been going into stacks lately for Idana armors. But now that we've been failing recently, we're actually able to save our money from the stacks so that we could potentially use that crons for the deck attempts. So maybe we'll do a deck attempt here before we head over to Monster Hunter. Do you know how to get the artifact for fishing? I believe I got my fishing artifacts simply by trading in Imperial Fish, and then I would get a quest from Dalishan that he would give me. I'm pretty sure I have the fishing artifacts on my thing here. No, it looks like I just got regular mastery artifacts. Maybe not. Fishing mastery. How does one get fishing mastery artifacts? Maybe it's like directly from fishing, like actual fishing. Do I have any fishing artifacts? Hold on, fishing. Oh, it looks like I got one fishing artifact, fishing XP. Maybe I should use that instead of the mastery one. I don't know where I got that. Again, the only thing I can think of is Imperial Delivery. Imperial Delivery and trading. I have a feeling it's Imperial Delivery. Yeah, Imperial Delivery fishing. So not like actual trading? Like if you're gonna trade in your fish, but like actual like fishing delivery, Imperial Delivery. And then if you trade it in, you potentially might get a artifact out of it. I was grinding Hoglum again, got 2 wands in 1 week, making money. Oh, 2 wands. Oh, 2 bonds. Yeah, I was about to say. 2 wands, not that much money these days. But bonds, those are worth a lot more. This month has 63 wands, 2 bonds. Free Essence of Dawn. 63 wands. Sheesh. Are you saving them all up? Hi, Temujins. Welcome in, welcome in. We get CC'd and killed randomly through iframe. It's desync, Brenos. Unfortunately, Print has a lot of desync, so you literally just have to move out of the way. You just have to move out of the way. Don't rely on your iframes. Rely on your positioning to avoid damage. So let's say he's doing the triple jump, right? When he says traveler, you know, he says traveler, you have done blah, blah, blah. You just want to pre-move. Like when you see him jump in the air, count 1, 2, then start dashing. Wherever he falls down, then count again after he jumps up, then just pre-dash. Don't rely on your iframe. If you see the red circle already on top of you and you start iframing, you're already dead. So you want to pre-move. Always be pre-moving. And then same thing for CC. He will go through your forward guard because of his AoE. Right, Brenos? All of his attacks, they get bigger and bigger as the phases go through, right? In phase 1, it's the smallest. Phase 2, it's bigger. Phase 3, it's the biggest, right? His melee attacks, and they will go through your forward guard. And so try not to forward guard too close to him. It's very beneficial to be ranged or use like big AoEs to hit him from like decently far away. Super armors, try to do super armors instead of forward guards if you can, whenever he's attacking. And then do forward guards when he isn't attacking, right? Because he doesn't care about your protections. So you want to rely on your positioning to be safe rather than your protections. I know it's stupid that you can't rely on your actual abilities, but that's what you got to do to defeat him. My iframe, that's why I'm saying you gotta move out of the way. You can't rely on your iframes, Brenos. You just gotta move out of the way. It's the only way. Don't rely on iframes. Just position correctly so you don't have to iframe at all. That's why I said pre-move, right? A lot of his attacks are telegraphed. The jumping attack, you can bait it by somebody. Somebody can be, whoever's closest generally will take the aggro, and you can have that person who's really good, like let's say they do have a more reliable iframe, they can just like, you know, dash out of the way. So this is what I do on my Woosa, is that whenever he jumps into the air, I just like dash like this, and then usually he's behind me here, and then I take aggro, and then I do it again, right? And then he jumps here, and then I do it again. I just pre-move. I just move out of the way. Don't rely on iframes. If you try to iframe when there's already a red circle on the ground, red effect on the ground, it's too late. It's too late. That boss does not care about your iframes. My dash is not long enough to move out of the way. Well, yeah, what class do you play, Brenos? You don't have like any like long movement ability? It's not even like a dash, is what I'm trying to say. Is that long movement abilities? Don't even use your iframes. Just like move out of the way. I have a dash on my tamer. Sometimes when I try to use WF as a dash and hold Shift F, it uses a skill, then I die. Ooh. I never played tamer. Tamer. I think tamer was one of the first classes that BDO released, right? One of the older classes. Jay just discovered something. What did you discover? Timber was the first release class after launch. Oh, interesting. 2015? Damn. The higher level you are, the faster you grind. What's your gear score again, Chovy? What's your gear score? I'm just curious. Same gear, same crystal. Like, what's the number? Can you tell me the number? Well, you said you grind Zephyros, right? So you must be like high gear. It's just because the way you speak, Chovy, I'm just... I said this before, and I'll say it again. You talk as if you're brand new to the game. Like your question, the questions you ask is like as if you're brand new to the game. So I'm just like, I'm just a little bit sussed out. Because I feel like if you are somebody who has enough gear to grind the last spot in the game, you would know these questions. You know, you would know the answer already. It's kind of like, have you seen Elon Musk? Do you know who Elon Musk is? There is a stream that he did with Elon on Facebook, and he was talking about his gear, and he was talking as if he like has never played the game, even though he has like max level gear. Like everybody could tell that he didn't actually play the game, and there was somebody on his account that was just grinding for him. It was just a really funny moment. All deck? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, however you got that gear, I mean... yeah, anyways. But, as for your question, Chovy, I still want to answer you. After 62, your level doesn't matter that much. You won't really grind too much faster. You might get a few extra stats, but you're not going to be grinding like significantly faster. I promise. Was it for Diablo? It was for Path of Exile 2 Lazareth on on Facebook. He was streaming on Facebook, and all the PoE streamers were reacting to him, and it was very obvious that he was not really playing the game. I just hit 64 and I've seen a definite improvement in the time the frog spawns. The only thing I can think of, Chovy, is that you just played enough time that you've got improvement with the class. Like, you just played better. But your level, I promise you, does not affect your clear speed as much as you think. It's not going to be a significant increase. You do get a little tiny bit of stats, but you're not making significantly more trash. Is it just a feeling? Yeah, when you play longer, right? The longer you play, the more experience you have on a class, the better you just play, right? So you're probably like when you got started, right? When you got started with Zephyros, you told me that you broke 9 crystals, right? Now, after spending some time, you don't break any crystals at all, right? So as you kept grinding, you got better at playing your class, which means you're probably dealing more DPS because you just know how to press your buttons better, right? So I promise your level is not the main factor of why you improved. You are the reason why you improved, right? Not your level. You as a player, you just got better as you played the game. And that's why I'm like thinking, like, you should know these answers by now, too, Chovy, right? If you have played the game for a long time, you should know these answers already. Especially since you said you had all deck weapons, so... I improved because PA nerfed the spot 5 times. They didn't, like, nerf it, trickling. Well, unless you count the AFK mechanic as a nerf. Oh shoot, I have to be next to this Magicore. I'm 69 and I'm the worst at PvP. How close are you to level 70, Leah Princess? You have any Ibidor scrolls left? No, I had run everything before Edania released to Majins. I actually set up a whole, well, Trickling was there, Trickling. I was setting up like, I was like the main reception, I was playing the receptionist class when I was doing Ibidor scrolls. I was like, oh, I got you from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. PDT. Be here or be, be here or be square, I was setting up those groups like crazy. I was constantly like looking over my Discord, just getting people in, organizing people according to time, according to how many scrolls they have, getting them in. Like as soon as somebody ran out of scrolls, I got the next person in, and we would start like 1 minute after, like 0 downtime on people like going in and out. We were doing a lot. Oh, were you there, Timujins, when I was? Yeah, we literally did 12,000 fangs in that 1 week. It was a lot. But we were making like 4 bill an hour, so I couldn't complain. That was probably the main reason I got my, I was able to get my offhand to how high it was. Oh, you did it, Brenos? Let's go. Is it your first kill? The Rangers soloed it from 30%. Holy, big carry. How was your time? I remember my first clear, you know, before all this gear that we got, our first clear was like 25 minutes long. And everybody was alive too. Everybody was alive, 25 minutes long. It was intense. 11 minutes. Damn. What's the best food in Canada? Smoked salmon. I remember eating a lot of smoked salmon growing up here. That's my favorite food, at least in Canada. $7K, I probably will be running until next time PA adds a CAFRIS requirement. You still have 7,000 left, chuckling. Ugh. Have you tried banh mi or pho? Of course. Canada is like a melting pot of cultures. I've had a lot of different cuisines. Vietnamese cuisines, Chinese cuisines, Japanese cuisine, Indian cuisine, European cuisine. I've had a lot of different kinds of food. Did you have Did you have Kung Pao chicken? That's what I always hear whenever people type in caps lock. Yeah, of course, Kung Pao chicken, dim sum, siomai. Siomai is my favorite. With what? Siomai? Have you not had siomai before? Siumai, siomai. It's like ground beef with shrimp, and it's steamed in a wonton wrapper, and usually topped with like some sort of vegetable. Oh, chow mein? No, I didn't say chow mein. I said siomai. Poutine? You know, surprisingly, I'm not the biggest fan of poutine. I like my fries like crispy and not soggy, and I feel like poutine makes your fries soggy, you know? So I like my fries like really crispy. Not soggy. Maybe you just haven't had like good poutine. But you've never had poutine? Do you know what it is, Princess? It's like, it's basically fries with gravy and cheese curds. That's it. But I feel like the gravy just makes the fries just too soggy for me. I'm a big texture kind of guy, and I don't really like it if the texture is off, you know. And I feel like soggy fries, the texture is just like not the most appealing, not the most appetizing. And if you guys really want crispy fries, you gotta like do it twice. You gotta like boil it, and after you like parboil it. Parboil meaning like you don't fully cook it through, and after you parboil it, you make it really dry. You dry it, and then you fry it, or air fry it or something, or put it in the oven. Parboiling helps with removing excess starch and also partially cooking it, so you don't have to like put it in the oven as long. And then making it dry makes it, you know, obviously so it doesn't get soggy when it's cooking, because the steam will make it less crispy. So you don't want any water, ideally. Hello, Mr. Streamer. With all the dead carrots at and both Oct Awakening and Offhand, do you think it's best for Awakening Woosa to use Deep Sea, Vicious Shadows, or Courage, Wild Idania for Zephyros grind? I have not really done any personal testing between the two. I just use Deep Sea and Vicious Shadows just because I grind many different spots and do other places than Zephyros, and I feel like Vicious Shadows just is a good sort of end all be all, right? Because I do still grind like Dark Seekers here and there for like Hungers or something like that, and I don't want to like switch by Lightstones all the time, etc., etc. So I lean more towards the Vicious Shadows and Deep Sea, just because it's just, you don't have to think about it, you don't have to like switch your stuff over it. I don't know about the numbers wise for Courage and Wild Idania to get to the cap, but I just I lean towards Vicious Shadows for the convenience part, Hyson, Sasavi. I also don't have the Wild Idania. The Twisted Lightstones, they are really sought after and really expensive. That's also another reason why I just do use Vicious Shadows, because it's very easy to acquire these days. You just need one strike and Shadows. Another thing you could do, Hyson, I don't know if you have been doing any gathering, but Tenacity perfumes instead of Deep Sea. Tenacity perfumes give you a little bit more extra AP. So if you're trying to hit that AP cap closer, then Tenacity perfumes will help you out a little bit more. It does require more effort to acquire. You need either Caphras Essence, these ones, either gather Caphras Essence or Rusalka corals. These ones, it's 30 per for the Tenacity perfumes, and it's not too bad to gather them. I gather my own. I have like 70-ish that I'm using, and these are mostly all crafted by me, and every 3 is like 1 hour of grinding, right? So, Tenacity, yeah. There's another one for Courage too. It's called Envy. So that gives 5 more AP. They both give 5 more AP. So they're basically strictly better versions of Courage and Deep Sea. But Tenacity is like the better version of Deep Seas. Tenacity, yeah, I do use Tenacity. I use Idania and Tenacity whenever I'm grinding Zephyros. Lately, I've been preferring Tenebrum for chill grinding, because then I don't have to be as present in the grind. I could just turn my brain off and just talk to chat. Ah, hi Octoberus, welcome in, welcome in. You heard of Ophelia by Taylor? Fate of Ophelia by Taylor. I don't think so. Fate of Ophelia? Let me see. Oh, Taylor Swift. Oh, that Taylor. I have not heard that yet. For Dosa. Is it good? Is that one of her newer ones? I haven't really listened to Taylor Swift in a very long time. I don't think I have too many Taylor Swift songs in my Spotify playlist right now. Unfortunately, on YouTube, guys, you can't hear the Spotify playlist because YouTube hates when you play music. They'll literally take down your stream. They're like, oh, copyright detected. Turn off stream. So unfortunately, you can only hear it on the Twitch side. Idania, yeah, Idania, Harmony, and Perfume of Tenacity, yes. Tenacities are a little bit more difficult to get than Deep Seas, right? Because you'll have to either upgrade them from Deep Seas using Caphras Essence or gather them from Rusalka Corals. But they will give you a little bit more survivability with the HP as well as more AP, so... And it's not too bad gathering the corals. You can get about 700-ish corals an hour. Like if you have a decent setup. 700 corals an hour is equivalent to about 20-ish perfumes. 20, 21, 22-ish perfumes per hour that you can craft from gathering the crabs in Nymphomare, that area. The beach. So it's not too bad. And 20 perfumes can last you like 6 to 7 hours of grinding, so. I tried Prince on Valk at first, but it was so cancer I switched to Awakening Nova. Wait, so when you were saying earlier your dash is too short, you're talking about Awakening Nova? I thought Awakening Nova had like really good mobility, no? I thought Awakening Nova had like one of the best mobility kits in the game, no? What do you mean your dash is too short? You should listen to it. I just added it to queue, so when it's up, I'll take a listen. Again, for Dosa, unfortunately, you can't hear it. You won't be able to hear me hear it on the YouTube side because YouTube hates music. But you can watch me on Kick as well. I'm also multi-streaming on Kick. 3-in-1, actually 4-in-1. I'm also multi-streaming to YouTube Shorts, like the doom scroll part. And you have to set up a separate stream for that too, but it's not too like it's not too much extra work to just set up another a double YouTube stream basically. I haven't really been getting too much action on like the vertical stream. That's what it's called. I was like, what the heck is that called when you go up and down? Vertical. Hasn't really been popping off. In the beginning it was kind of, but maybe the algorithm just like threw me out of the loop, because my first few vertical streams I had like maybe 1,500 views, and I was like, oh cool, maybe vertical streaming is the way to go. And then it slowly like dipped down to like 300. So maybe like the algorithm just, you know, at first it was like, oh, new vertical streamer, and then people like scrolled off right away, I guess, maybe. And then the algorithm was just like, oh, we don't want to promote your stuff anymore. So I don't know if I should keep doing vertical streams. Do you think Woosa can perform as good as Archer and Suck Ranger in terms of long-range damage dealers in large scale? No, because they're damage delayed. So you're not gonna really be able to be reliable in your DPS, Hyson, because your flowers are very delayed. So if you're trying to get like high numbers, right, it's much better to have direct on-demand damage for getting kills. If that's what you're meaning, is being able to get those numbers and frag out. You're kind of just relying on your flowers to hit people coincidentally, if that makes sense, right? You're throwing out your flowers and hope that by the time they explode, they hit somebody, right? But that's a lot harder to do than if you were to have the flowers explode immediately, right? And unfortunately, there's no way to detonate your flowers from afar. You can only detonate them from close by using SF like that. That's the only way to do it on demand for your flowers, in which case you're not long range anymore. You're getting up there in personal, close and personal. So if you're trying to perform as well as those long-range damage dealers, you might as well be those long-range damage dealers. Your role as an Awakening Woosa, a lot of the times in large-scale PvP, is to be there to CC people. Because a lot of your flowers, all of your flowers, have a form of CC, and with the removal of resistances, your flowers are guaranteed to CC. Before, resistances were a thing, right? And ignore resist, the stat for ignore resist from Crystal of Elcars, right? They do not affect summons. So not only did your flowers not have the effect of ignore resist to CC people through the resist, they were just getting resisted by the resist from people too. So you just had like a 10, 20, 30% chance to CC people depending on the resist, right? But now it's guaranteed. Like if you hit somebody with your flower, like if they just happen to be near your flower when your flower explodes and they're unprotected, your flower will CC them, guaranteed, which is awesome. So you got indirectly buffed in that way. So that's where the majority of your power comes from, is creating a lot of opportunities for your team to follow up, right? For those CCs, debilitating the enemies from far away. You do damage, but it's hard to really like hit that damage right away. So you have a really nice kiting kit too. It's almost impossible for somebody to catch you if you have your butterfly step ready, right? Let's say somebody runs up to you, just butterfly step away, right? And you can upkeep, like it doesn't take that much stamina, so you can just infinitely do like shift F or something like that, dash, right? So I'm still like my stamina is already like full already from just like standing still a bit, you know? So you have a really good kiting kit. Shadow ban? Yeah, maybe I got like, how do you know if it like shadow banned? I guess if your views just don't get as much views. Is shadow banned? Can I get $1 for every resist, he said. Well, how else would I say it, okay? Hey there, new viewer here. Welcome in, Kebab. Welcome in, welcome in. We are just grinding some Tenebrom. How are you? How are you this fine Friday? They reduced the distance when they reworked Nova, and recently the Double Dash update effed it even more. That's your only iframe. Well, I just said don't rely on your iframe, Brenos. You can't rely on your iframe. Look what happened when you relied on your iframe. You died, right? So on Prince, you cannot rely on your iframe. You just got to move out of the way. I've never really played Nova, and I don't know how it is like after the update. Is there no way for just to dash like really quickly like that? Is there no way? Because that's your most reliable thing in Prince is positioning. You can't rely on iframe. Iframe is useless in Prince. Well, I wouldn't say it's useless, but it's not reliable in Prince. So stop talking about iframes. Don't worry about your iframes. Worry about your positioning, and whatever you have to do to get from point A to point B in your positioning is the most important thing for you to survive it. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say, Brennons. Don't worry about your iframe. Worry about your positioning. Iframes suck in Prince. Which do you think is stronger for PvP, Suck, Woosa, or Awakening? I think Suck has the better 1v1 kit, and Awakening has the better large scale kit. Kebab. There is a very particular large scale niche thing you could do with Suck Woosa, which you can frag out if you're good at it, but it's difficult to pull off. It's the Reflect build. I don't know if you've looked into the Reflect build, but basically you run as much HP, maximum HP as possible. Like you can get up to 19,000 HP if you really stack that HP, and you run low DP. The reason for low DP is so that people can damage you, because the more people damage you, the more you stock up on that Reflect damage, and that Reflect damage is pure DPS, like pure true damage. You cannot iframe, well, you can iframe it. You cannot forward guard it or super armor damage reduction it. No damage reduction will be affected by the true damage. The only thing that can avoid it is iframe, right? Because iframe, if they iframe it. But I have seen Suck Woosas get like feeds of like killing 20 people at once or something crazy like that. But basically they stock up their HP, store up that damage whenever they take it, and then they just use Stormfall to just bam like this, and then they hit as many people as possible. But it's very difficult to pull off. It's not as easy as you think. It's a very difficult thing to pull off, and you need the right setup for it too. So that would be the only niche thing that I would say Suck Woosa does better in Awakening for, is doing that sort of fragging out manner in Awakening. But I do think overall Awakening just has the better, like, kit to deal with large scale because of her range. Being ranged in large scale is always an advantage. Being able to pew pew from far away and get your CCs out on your flowers is just really beneficial for your team. So you might not like frag out as well as, let's say, a ranger or an archer, but you're really helping out your team by getting those CCs out. Those CCs are very important, because basically a CC means your opponent can't do anything, right? So does the 100% reflect of the damage, or is it halved? Does it reflect 100%? Lazarus, if you store up 15,000 damage, let's say you have like 19,000 damage, 19,000 HP, and you take 15,000 damage, you do 15,000 true damage back to the opponent for as many people as you hit. So you ideally use Stormfall to do it. You can use Stormfall. It's the first hit of Stormfall 2. However, if you get grabbed or you get CC'd or you die, you lose the Reflect, right? So with large scale being so volatile in the amount of damage you take, it's very difficult to pull off. It might sound easy to do. On paper, it sounds easy, right? Press Rain's Thirst and then reflect the damage. It's much harder than you think because of desync, right? Desync is one of the biggest factors of why it won't be pulled off, right? Because if you desync, then you take more damage than you might, expect, and you just die, or somebody grabs you too because you're standing still for 2 seconds, right? You stand still for 2 seconds, someone's probably going to grab you if you're in the middle of their team, right? And you want to be in the middle of their team because you want it to take as much damage as possible, right? And also they have to damage you. So let's say you cast it, nobody even hits you, right? So the opportunity to do it is very you have to have you have to be at the right place at the right time to pull it off effectively, right? So it's a lot harder than you think. But if you can pull it off, it's very satisfying. I've seen clips, like clip compilations of Woosas doing it, and it's so satisfying to see. Just a ping, 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 ping. Somebody just like, they just kill a whole platoon of people. Search for Skyfree in YouTube if you want to see Woosa in action. Is satisfying when you can pull it off. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I know Skyfree. I've seen their videos before. But again, it is very niche. It takes a lot of practice to get good at it, and then you also need to, like, the RNG factor of having the right things happen at the right time. I wouldn't say it's like the most reliable way to play the class, you know, for your team. Literally suicide, basically, yeah. You're going in there with the intent of dying, essentially, because if you don't pull it off, you die, right? If you do pull it off, you kill people and then you die. I'm wondering if, like, how it would look like if Awakening Woosa had the reflect thing. I don't know how effective it would be on Awakening Woosa. Maybe, okay, the only thing that I kind of wish was a thing is that you got the damage reduction. Like, let's say we did get Rain's Thirst, but it's like an absolute version where you just have damage reduction. That'd be a nice defensive measure. I noticed Awakening Woosa, she has good damage. It's just unreliable. Yes, the delayed bursts, right? That's the biggest caveat, Kebab, is the ability to do the damage. You do have damage, it's just hard to hit it, right? That's a trade-off, right? You can be a lot more reliable with it thanks to SF. SF detonates your flowers immediately, but you have to be next to your flowers. And, you know, Awakening Woosa, you kind of want to stay out of the fray, stay from far away. So it's mostly like a 3v3 thing, like an AOS thing, right? This is mostly, you're not going to do this in large scale, right? You're not going to go in to cast your flowers, run in, use SF to explode your flowers, right? That's not really, you're gonna die. Like, if 20 people start casting on top of you, you're dead. But in 3v3s, you're gonna survive a lot more. So I truly think that the reason why they added the SF thing is mostly for AOS in arena and stuff like that. So, because you don't explode as fast, right? So you actually have time to do this and then do that if you want. It's more of a ticking DPS class, great for chipping away, and also just random CCs too. Kebab, right? All your flowers, I was just talking about this earlier, is the removal of resistances allows your flowers to guarantee the resist, or the CC now because of no more resist, right? Before, your ignore resist did not affect flowers, so not only did the enemy have a resist to resist it, you just didn't have additional ignore resist to push through their defenses, right? You would just not CC them. You had like a 20% chance to really CC them with your flowers, but now it's guaranteed, right? And all your flowers have a form of CC. Life Lure is a knockdown, Sachan Field is a bound, Bloom Deluge is a knockdown, and a Bloom Burst is a stun, right? So your full like shift R&B combo, this one, every one of them CCs, which is awesome. So if you're just pew-pooing from far away like this, well, that mob got in the way, but you know what I mean. You're gonna CC somebody if they get caught in it. So that's why I say that Awakening Woosa has the better kit in large scale for supporting your team, right? Because you're creating those opportunities for your team to go in, right? And preventing the other team from moving, right? Because they're CC'd. So you might not frag out very much, but you are supporting the war effort a lot better, I would say. Than the suck Woosa, right? Like if you can't pull off the reflect, then you're not doing anything for your team, right? You're not doing very much for your team if you have that reflect build, because it's a very niche build. You have to run like low DP so you can get damaged, and you're trying to do that all like that's like your main play style, is that you gotta get those reflects in. But if you're not getting those reflects in, I feel like you're not really doing too much for the war effort, you know? You're just trying to like get clips and frag out or something. Which the clips are satisfying. Don't get me wrong, they are very satisfying to pull off. One thing I really want from Awakening Woosa buff is to detonate from afar. SLMB, maybe? Could be a good option. I was thinking WE too. Like if you just do this, and then you just WE. Like I feel like that's also a decent option. Detonate from afar would change the game. It would definitely be a huge asset for her. Really nice utility tool for large scale. Before they do anything like big like that, I would like them to address some of her more useless abilities. Kebab, like this one, Blood-Sorry Flower. I feel like this ability, not the most useful in her kit. And so I would like them to give some TLC to those abilities that just aren't that useful in her kit. Like if I were to compare it to, let's say, the heal of Witch and Wizard, right? It's a lot more impactful, right? And so I'd like to see a little bit more impact on Blood-Sorry Flower, especially with the cooldown being so long and for how disappointing the effect is. It's also unprotected and uncancelable. So the least they could do is maybe add some super armor to it if you can't cancel it, or allow us to just mid-cancel it if we have to move out of the way, you know? That's the very least that I would do to improve it, is give it either super armor or just the ability to cancel out of it. Because right now, if you cast it, you cannot move. You're just stuck in place. So if I cast it here, and then I try to dash, right? I can't dash there. Now I can dash, right? So it took me like 2 seconds before I could actually dash. So let us cancel it at least. Or maybe speed up the animation. And another one, I don't know if you've really played around with it, her Magnus skill, one of the least useful Magnus skills I've ever seen in the game. It's this one. It literally moves you like 2 steps back, and then you can press LMB to like do a lightning CC ability that's unprotected. It's just not the most reliable way to CC people, especially if you just move 2 steps backwards. It's just so If I were to make some changes to that, I would make it SF distance, perilous waltz distance. So perilous waltz, it moves you this much, right? So I would make it that length if I was gonna change it, and make it just like a super armor all the way. Just keep it like protected all the way. That would make it significantly more usable. Right now, it's like unusable right now. You can't really stack the HP recovery from Starry Flower and the Rabomb. No, they're the same buff. Yeah, I said it's the same buff. The Rabomb will overtake Blood Starry Flower too, as well. So the only effect you get from Blood Starry Flower that you keep if you stack them is the mana recovery, which I feel like is negligible, right? Like the 100 mana recovery for 30 seconds, you're not really feeling that very much. It is technically a party buff, but still, it's still so dinky for a party buff, right? So I guess the idea is that you would use it before you go in, but by the time you actually get usage out of it, it's mostly gone, right? Let's say you precast it and then you go in. You're probably getting like 15-20 seconds most out of it, right? And how recovery works in the game is that it pops every 5 seconds, right? So you're not getting 100 mana per second. You're getting 100 mana every 5 seconds, and same with the 200 HP recovery, right? You're getting, it's not 200 HP per second, it's 200 HP every 5 seconds for 30 seconds. So that's 1200 HP in 30 seconds, which is not very much considering people have like more than 10,000 HP these days, right? So it's 10% of your HP. I just don't feel like it's that impactful, you know? In comparison to, let's say, the Witch and Wizard heal, right? It's 4,500 HP right now, which is like half of people's HP for the most part, so... How I would probably make it is maybe a heal in the beginning. Like, if you complete the cast, you get an initial burst heal of like 1,500. And then it heals 3,000 HP over the next 30 seconds. So it's 4,500 HP overall in 30 seconds. So 1,500 burst now, and then 3,000 HP over 30 seconds. I feel like that would be fair, like 100 HP per second, you know? That would be a lot more like impactful, is how I would do it. Which is basically almost equivalent to the Witch and Wizard heal, because it's 1,500 HP per tick, right, for Witch and Wizard heal. So you get 3 ticks of it, 4,500 HP for you and your allies, up to 10 allies, right? And so this is just makes it like an overtime version. You get 1,500 HP on the first tick, and then 3,000 HP over the next 30 seconds. So you get like some usage out of it over time. Which healing is, and then you also got the Rabomb too, right? You got the Rabomb heal. So not only can you do Healing Lighthouse, you got Rabomb heal, so that's like 2 burst heals, right? How do you feel about the Rabomb heal, Hyson? This one, Spring Blossom. 300 HP over 40 seconds. So if we translate that into total HP, right? 40 seconds divided by 5 is 8. 8 times 3 is 2,400, right? So you get 2,400 HP over 40 seconds. I still think it's like not the most impactful, but I do think it's a lot more impactful, let's say, in Arena. So I feel like it's more of like an Arena skill in that way. 2,400 HP over 40 seconds, like it's decent. It's a little bit better than Blood Starry Flower for sure. I do still think it could be a little bit better. I think one minor change I would like to have for it is if you could cancel it. Right now it's uncancelable. So it's super armor protected, but you can't cancel it. That'd be like one minor change I would like for it. Is a wicked move. Any move. Or maybe speed up the cast. It is a little bit slow. But yeah, those are the like 3 few abilities that need some help with the class. Her utility. I think her damage is fine right now. I don't think she really needs any more damage tunings. I think she's in a really good spot for her damage. It's not too OP, but strong enough to feel impactful. It's just the rest of her like other utility that could use some tender love and care TLC. Just got 3 tier 3 pets recently, gaining upgrade. Oh sheesh. Try to get at least one tier 4 Raz if you can, because with a tier 4 you can upgrade that to a tier 5 with silver, and the tier 5 buffs your other pets by 15% faster looting speed. So getting at least one tier 4 is really important to get a tier 5. Should I gamble 2 of my tier 3s? I don't think so, Raz. I would not. You could wait for a tier 4 too. Raz, they usually give out free tier 4s during like big events. The next big event is in December. And so you just might get a free tier 4 from that. When in December? 2 weeks, usually. Second week of December is usually when they have the Calpheon Ball. Last year it was December 14th. It was when they held the Calpheon Ball. So it's usually second or third week of December. I don't think it's ever been there in the first week. I know for Woosa, they released her... I think they did the Calpheon Ball like the week of Christmas for that year, like 4th week of December. Because I remember clearly how Woosa was released in the Global Labs. I was like so excited to play the Woosa during that reveal for her. Get rewards. Usually the codes and all that jazz last for 6 months, Raz, so you're not gonna miss out on it. Similar to the Haida Ball, right? You got the Haida Ball rewards when you had started a little while ago. The Haida Ball happened in July, or was it June? It was either June or July, but it's always like 6 months. Like the codes always last 6 months, so you won't like lose out on it. Don't worry. They always have those codes going on until the next ball. my god, the One Wolf. Hi. I'm One Wolf. Welcome in. Going north to visit family. Oh. North. Gonna be sparse playing BF6. Oh, what is BF6? What's that? Buff 6. I'm really bad with the acronyms. Oh, Battlefield 6. Ah. They're still making those games? Damn. A boyfriend Princess. That boyfriend 6. What's the MH plan I asked before? A Monster Hunter before I walked away to do something. Planning to start in like an hour-ish here? An hour-ish. And then we can finally start doing the Omega quest line. I'll turn off the YouTube stream because changing all that stuff on YouTube is annoying, but it's a little bit easier on Kick. So I'll leave the Kick and Twitch stream going. Twitch, obviously. I'll leave the Kick stream going. Let's go. Kick is better than YouTube. You hear your Princess. Do you not use YouTube very much, Princess? You're not a YouTube enjoyer? You don't have YouTube? Like you can't go to YouTube on like where you live? Princess? Interesting. You can't? Wow. That's interesting. And where are you from again? Like which country is that? Polish, Dutch, but lived most of my life in China. Like you're currently living in Poland and you can't access YouTube? Because that's what I'm asking. Is like, where are you currently living, and why doesn't that country allow you to go to YouTube? I thought like YouTube was like global wide. Oh, China. Wait, you can't access YouTube in China? Really? I had no idea that that was a thing in China. It's a political view from the Chinese government. Really? Oh. I haven't really paid much attention to the Chinese government since I live in Canada. But that's... I had no idea that China did that. It's crazy. Well, now I'm glad that I am able to, that I figured out how to multi-stream so that I can reach a wider audience in that way. Not to say that the BDO community is like too big on the kick side. There's not too many people, not too much action. Like it's literally just you and Raz, if I have to be honest. Like you and Raz is the most active here on the kick side. I don't think I could have the kick overlay on my overlay on Twitch though. I remember seeing something about how, like, because they're like direct competitors, you can't like have the overlay. And I mean, I do eventually want to have the overlay, if I can, if it's possible, so that people on YouTube can actually see what the heck you're saying, you know? Can't combine the chats at all. So you're saying I can have it separately? Like I could just have it like above here? Like above the Twitch chat? Is that what you mean? Okay, okay. I thought it was just like, you just can't have it on screen. Okay. I'll look more into it and how to add the kick chat on the thing. Twitch is into segregation. I see. Cool size. Comprehension. Meetings always followed by We're back, we'll get some snackies. Ooh. Enjoy your food. Entrances on this journey. I see. Yes or no, don't worry. I know that's plastic love. Goodbye, princess. Welcome back, welcome back. What kind of stacks did you get? Water break, water break. Is there bodies? What happened here? Oh, they lost their shield. Catch up. You know the song, Princess? You've watched Alien Stage? Are you an Alien Stage enjoyer? Oh, in a blink gone. A little. Oh. A little like you've seen some of it, but not all of it. You don't know all the songs. Ah. This is the final stage song between the final two opponents. I feel like it was very well written for like the story purposes. Oh, stage 1. I felt like stage 1 was like kind of boring, personally. The first stage when they were like explaining, I know there's like a lot of lore set in stage 1. Like they have like an interlude of them talking about, you know, how the world is, you know, aliens taking over the world and stuff like that. But I thought it was like a little bit boring. It did set the tone for how the rest of the series is gonna be, but I thought it was like a little bit of a boring song, personally. Stage 2 was a lot more like action packed with the action song. I love lore. I hate playing a game with lore. Huh? That sounds very like a juxtaposition or whatever. Jay, I saw some guy on YouTube that cast combo SF then F kick, but so fast. What do you mean? SF into F? Like this? SF into F? Like that? I don't understand. What are your... SF into F, right? Like this? Is that... Was that faster than that? Like, did they do it faster than that? It's based on attack speed, by the way, if you didn't know. So maybe they just had a lot of attack speed going. It looked like they canceled the SF animation. Well, I mean, you can't. So the only thing I could think of is that they just had a lot of attack speed. Still, this year's favorite music must be all Expedition 33. Yes, Expedition 33 has an amazing soundtrack. One of the best soundtracks ever. And it's crazy to see. Do you know the lore behind how the soundtrack came to be? Princess was apparently they found the guy off like a random forum. Like literally, the creators were posting on a random forum, and he just happened to randomly be on that forum that same day. Like he wasn't even like a regular on that forum. They just randomly posted that they were looking for someone to do the the soundtrack for the game, and he just happened to be looking on that website at the time. It was like meant to be for whatever reason. It's just holy moly, like the stars align. I'll give you a link and the time they do it. Yeah, sure. You use the Lucas crystals? Well, I use the Lucas too. Well, I guess I don't. Just kidding. I usually use the Lucas crystals, but I need the AP here. The attack speed? It does help, yeah. That's why. Well, I did mention earlier it's probably a lot of attack speed, right? You can't cancel out of SF. You just need more attack speed. The more attack speed you have, the faster SF goes, and the faster F goes as well. Movement only affects your dashes, not your attack movements. So lateral soul cleanse is affected by attack speed. The more attack speed you have, this goes out faster. The more attack speed you have, F goes out faster. More attack speed, SF goes faster. Movement speed does not affect those, if you're wondering. Only attack speed. The movement speed only affects the dashes for side dashes and forward dashes and backwards dashes. That's for the movement speed. And also the first running motion of shift space. Movement speed will affect how fast that running motion is. Just for that tiny running animation. I don't know why. I don't know why that's like the only thing affected by it. But everything else not affected. Like your butterfly step is not affected by the movement speed. Like when you jump into the air, this one. Movement speed does not affect this. Only the running animation for whatever reason. It's a very tiny detail. I do kind of wish they had that detail in the tooltip. Like it would tell you what's affected by attack speed or movement speed. That'd be nice. Right now the only way to find out is just playing the game. And you just notice the details. Which maybe that's a good thing too. Kind of shows that you have experience. Thousand words. But no overtime gonna lurk. Alright, Team Agents, good luck on your node war. Good luck. I hope you win. Making time just to see you. Very safe inside. I'm okay, making time. I'm okay, making time. Get rid of these. They should be fine. The right time. I might not be the right one, but there's something about us I want to say. 'Cause there's something between us anyway. Might not be the right one. It might not be the right time. There's something about us I've got to do. I need you more than anything in my life. Hi, Emmy. How's the grind going? Going well, going well. Just the usual never-ending grind. No lucky drops yet, unfortunately. What about you, Ambi? How are you doing this fine Friday evening? Evil aura today. It is October. It's Spooktober. We gotta be spooky this month, you know? Spooky. Consider me spooked. Do. 7-hour session on a battlefield. Oh, actually, one of my viewers, One Wolf, earlier was talking about Battlefield 6. I think it just came out. Brain is potato mush. I've never really been good at FPS games. Never really played too many of them. Battlefield is usually about like war stories, right? Like World War One, World War Two, stuff like that, right? Is that our last night? Yes, it is. It's on the playlist now. I saw Blue's best all-time player in each class the other day, but Jikin getting a Woosa. Oh. Well, I have been playing Woosa forever. My favorite class. I'm getting bullied by Blue on a Kick. Oh yeah, Blue also streams on Kick. All the time. Is there much action on the Kick side for Blue? Blue Princess? I don't really watch Kick very much, so I haven't really been in the know for how the community is on the video category. I feel like the video category is kind of dead on Twitch. Or not Twitch, Con Kick. You're literally like the only one of the first active people I've had on the Kick side. Maybe 3 or 4 people. I see. Oh yeah, does Bicep also multi-stream on Kick? I didn't realize. Hi Emo, welcome in. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, multi-streaming is like very easy these days, so you just like turn it on. You just set it up and turn it on, that's it. Hope you're well. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking, Emo. We're about to switch over here to Monster Hunter in a little bit here. Maybe we end the grind session here and then we do a tap. I've finally been able to save some silver to do some weapon taps, so maybe we can do one today. And then afterwards, we do some Monster Hunter. Gonna make dinner and then finish working. Oh, well, I hope you enjoy your food. And I hope you finish early. Get some rest, Nemo. Don't work too hard, Nemo. Don't work too hard. Be up all night? Oh no. You're gonna wanna be my best friend, baby. You're gonna wanna be my best friend. Okay. Let's go stock up on those Crones. Oh my god, Kairos. Hi, Kairos. Welcome in, Kairos. Hi. You're just in time, Kairos, for some content. We're gonna do a deck tap. Wanna be my best. How many crowns is it for a deck tap again? I forgot. It's been so long since I tapped. Oh my god, Icy Watcher, you're just in time. We're gonna do some deck taps. Ooh. We can maybe do 2, I think. Hold on. How much is it again? It's like 3700-ish, 3720, something like that. 3920, 3920, right? I did get 1 costume off the market earlier, so we can add that to the Kron one. Extract outfit 1 extract. The one. So 3920 times 2 minus 1860. 5980. 5980. Okay. We can do 2 taps. Bicep was actually my first YouTuber streamer that's on the Asia side. Oh really? Or outside of Asia. Oh, I see, I see. Okay. Let's see, guys. What's the stone called again? Primordial stone. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. Primordial stone. Oh, we got 2. Exactly 2. Perfect. Okay. We are on tap 46. So maybe we get it on number 46, maybe? Okay, here we go. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Come on, first deck, please. First one down. Okay, second one, number 48. 427. Come on, number 47. Oh my gosh, the linger. That was so good. If it went on that linger, I would have been so happy, but oh well. Unfortunate. That's all right. That's all right. Okay, for now, we swap over. Okay, guys, I will end the stream on the YouTube side, and then I'll be swapping over to Monster Hunter here. We'll do a little bit of Monster Hunter. I haven't done the new Omega boss. Next time for sure. Yeah, we're still early on the taps technically. If you guys know, the average to get a deck is about 100 attempts, like 100, 110. If you started with like a, a 300-ish stack, 400-ish stack. So we're still like technically early. So if we hit it under 100 taps, that's considered lucky, right? So we're still not too deep into it yet. If I was like maybe 150 taps in, I would feel like a lot worse, but we're still pretty early in. That's so depressing. Yeah, it is the last level, right? So it will take a lot of work, and I don't really pay to win these days anymore. I just play the game. I only see lucky people stop, so I would consider that below average. Oh, true. Some people do get it very early on. Fortunately, we're not one of those lucky people potentially yet, We still don't have any deck weapons, so maybe one of these decks will be lucky. That's my hope. Is that one of these decks will be like a one tap or something, potentially, We can still potentially one tap a deck. Okay, goodbye, YouTube.